Yes, sir.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the class of World Trade Organization. In our today's class, we are going to discuss about the introduction to World Trade Organization. We are going to understand what is WTO. We are also going to understand the structure of a WTO, the objectives, features, and finally, the roles and functions of WTO. So just now we were discussing that, yes, WTO is going to regulate the international business. WTO is going to regulate again the world trade. So that's why we call it as World Trade Organization. Okay. So in our today's class, we are going to understand the importance of WTO and also the functions and objectives. The WTO has nearly 153 members accounting for 97% of the world trade. So how many members in WTO? There are nearly 153 and 30 are around 30 others are negotiating membership. So still there are countries who want to join this WTO and they are going to negotiate this. Okay, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Decisions are made by the entire membership and this is typically by
Slideshow is not visible.
Now is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So now the major vote is also possible, but it has never been used in WTO. So generally we are speaking about voting system. It is also possible, but it has been never used. And it was extremely rare under WTO's predecessor, that is GATT. And the predecessor is nothing but the GATT. WTO से पहले क्या था? GATT था, okay? So that's why we call them as the predecessor. And the WTO's agreements have been ratified in all members' parliaments. So generally, the agreements which are made by these countries or the members, they need to be ratified. It needs to be accepted by the all countries' parliaments. WTO's top-level decision-making body is the ministerial conferences, which meets at least once in every 2 years. So the top level management or the top level body is going to be taking care of the decisions. So that is, again, this body will meet at least once in every 2 years. And below this is the General Council. That is normally ambassadors and heads of the delegation in Geneva, but sometimes officials sent from members' capitals also. So generally what we see is these ambassadors are from Geneva. The WTO is located in Geneva and sometimes the officials are also sent from the members' capitals, and which meets several times in a year in a Geneva headquarters. And the General Council also meets as the trade policy review body and disputes settlement body. So this general council is going to meet in the headquarters. So the headquarters is located in Geneva. Okay, and they are going to have a meet. That is at least several times in a year. That is maybe some 3 to 4 times or maybe 4 to 5 according to the requirement. And these also going to meet as the trade policy review body and dispute settlement body. So generally whenever we speak about the business between two countries, the business between two political boundaries, the business between two economies, we may come across certain disputes, and WTO also works as a body which settles the disputes between the different nations or the different members of the WTO. Okay, so this is what we call it as structure. And at the next level, the Goods Council, Service Council, and Intellectual Property Rights, that is again the TRIPS Council report to the General Council. They are also going to work on it. And numerous specialized committees like working groups and working parties deal with the individual agreements. So generally, we have discussed, right? The countries have the agreements, right? They have the trade agreement between them. So these are going to deal with the individual agreements and other areas such as environment, development, membership applications, and regional trade agreements. So these are the structure is going to work on all this factors, which is again either directly or indirectly responsible for the business. So this is what we call it as a structure of the WTO, and there we have objectives even for WTO. So what are the objectives of WTO? The 6 main objectives of World Trade Organization are nothing but establishing and enforcing rules for international trade. See, we have many objectives, but these are the 6 main objectives what we are going to discuss. The first objective is they are going to enforce, they are going to establish and enforce rules for international trade. See, generally, whenever we speak about international trade, do you all remember we have discussed about international marketing environment, correct? Do you all remember the international marketing environment, which is again divided into 2 parts, internal environment and external environment? So generally, whenever we are doing business with the different countries, we may come across different rules and regulations. We may find different political policies. We may find different economical policies which need to be followed by every country. So the WTO is going to again formulate the rules and regulations for international trade, and it is going to act as a global apex forum. So it is nothing but the apex is nothing but important. So it is going to work as the global apex forum, and it is also going to resolve the trade disputes between the countries. The third main is objective is again resolution of trade disputes, and it also aims at increasing transparency in the decision making process. So there are no hidden things in the international trade, that is WTO, and collaboration between international economic institutions. So apart from WTO, we have many international institutions, and WTO will help us to maintain a relationship with different economic institutions like IMF, World Bank, and many other institutions which are again. Please mute yourself, Mr. Gajanan. Okay, with that is with International Monetary Fund, IMF, World Bank, and other important economic institutions. So WTO will help us to collaborate or maintain a relationship with this international economic institutions. And last one is it is safeguarding the trading interest of developing countries. So now we all are aware that the developing countries. So generally, whenever we speak about whenever we speak about countries, again we find developed countries, developing countries, and underdeveloped countries. So developing countries, what they do is they try to do a business with other countries. So they are in a developing mode. So now the WTO safeguards the trading interest of this developing countries. So they want to again create this relationship between the 2 countries or the 2 developing countries who are in the trade relationship. So now this agreement, what they make, so the WTO is going to safeguard the agreement, okay, between the countries. Mr. Joseph, please mute yourself. Thank you. So these are the 6 main objectives. The first one is establishing and enforcing the rules. The first objective, the international trading rules by the World Trade Organization are established under 3 separate agreements. Okay, first one is rules relating to international trade in goods. Next one is the agreement on trade related aspects of intellectual property rights. That is TRIPS, what we call it as. And finally, we call it as GATT, the General Agreement on Trade and Services. So the international trading rules are totally based upon these three. The first one is related to the international trade in goods, rules relating to international trade in goods. Next one is TRIPS, that is trade related aspects of intellectual property rights. And the third one is General Agreement on Trade and Services. So that is what we call it as GATS. The next one is the enforcement of rules by WTO takes place by a way of multilateral system of dispute settlements in the instances of violation of trade rules by the member countries. So now what they're trying to tell you is, again, it is a multilateral agreement, or it is a multilateral system which is going to work in between many countries, or maybe in between two countries. So that is the reason WTO has again come up with this agreement, so that none of the countries should violate the trade rules and regulations which are again prepared by themselves, or even sometimes by the WTO. The members are obligated under ratified agreements to honor and abide by the procedures and judgments. So here, what they're trying to explain you is, all the member countries need to abide the rules and regulations which are being specified by the WTO. That is the first main objective. So WTO is also going to act as the global apex forum. So World Trade Organization is the global forum for monitoring and negotiating further trade liberalization. So if you remember, we have discussed many times about LPG. So what is LPG?
Liberation.
Yes. LPG means? Anyone in the class who knows the full form of LPG?
Yes, liberation and privatization and globalization.
Liberalization, privatization, and globalization. This is one of the important economic reforms what our country has seen, right, during the 1991. So what it has happened because of this economic reform, so what we call them as the liberalization has come into picture. The rules and regulations to do international business has been liberalized. There are very few restrictions which are again from the countries and or maybe different between the two countries. So now here, because of this liberalization, what has happened, even the trade has been liberalized. So now you need to monitor, and World Trade Organization acts as a forum who is going to monitor the trade liberalization. Okay, the premise of trade liberalization measures taken by WTO is totally based on the benefits of member countries to optimally utilize the position of competitive advantage or comparative advantage due to free and fair trade regime. So now we might have, if you remember, we have discussed about so many restrictions. So we have again tariff and non-tariff restrictions, correct? So now the World Forum, that is the World Trade Organization, is acting as a global forum which is again going to monitor all the trade related activities. So some companies, they do some illegal activities like dumping. So it is not a legal thing which a country can do it. So generally all these advanced developed countries, what they do is they dump the remained or the excess material or the excess goods and services in underdeveloping or developing nations. So that again hampers the economic condition of that underdeveloping nation. So that is again one of the wrong practice what these developed nations are following. So WTO works as a monitor. So it again monitors and also take care so that no such kind of activities are taken place. And next one is it also settles the disputes. So what disputes? I'm not bothered about political disputes. WTO is only bothered about trade disputes which takes place between two nations. And trade disputes before the WTO usually arise out of deviation from the agreements between the member countries. How this dispute arises? When there is a deviation in the agreement, when both the countries are not following the agreement of the rules and regulations on which they have agreed upon, then the dispute arises. In such cases, WTO works as a resolution department. The resolution of such trade disputes do not take place unilaterally. So again, it should be through multilateral system only, okay, involving set of rules and procedures before the dispute settlement body. So if at all, if you remember, WTO even works as a dispute settlement body. So that's what I was telling when we were discussing about structure. So there is a body in WTO, there is a separate department in WTO who only concentrates on solving the disputes between the nations or between the member countries. So that's why the rules and regulations which are framed by the settlement body or a dispute settlement body need to be followed by all the nations or all the membering nations.